What's going on, guys? It's your boy Westcollectsx. We are back with another video here today. We are going to be doing a Q&A. I went on my Instagram and here on YouTube and asked you guys if you had any questions, any burning questions you guys wanted to ask me, and I'm going to answer them here right now. I'm sorry that I couldn't get this video out any sooner. I'm still kind of recovering from COVID, but I think I should be all good now. I just was literally stuck here in this room. I was feeling terrible. Really not good. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here. I know you guys always, message me questions, you guys DM me questions, and I just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to ask them here. And then also here I can give you guys a little shout out, all that good stuff. So yeah, let's just get right into it. First question we have is from Abby, my good friend Abby. She's got a few. My fave bulk art card, my fave trainer card, fave Pokemon anime, and the fave Pokemon game. So I'm gonna go in reverse order here. So my fave Pokemon game, that's actually a tough one. I really enjoyed X and Y because those are my first games that I fully played through. I played a little bit of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Black and White, but I fully completed X and Y. And when I look back, those are the ones that I want to replay the most. So I'm probably gonna have to go X and Y. As far as anime, I just watched a few episodes, but I always enjoyed the movies. I enjoyed the movies a lot. Not any specific movie though. Fave trainer card. I'm gonna assume this is just any trainer, like full art or regular art trainer. I really like the Lily's Full Force full art trainer card. I really like that one. It's one I don't have in my personal collection. And every time I see it, I just it's just so gorgeous for what it is. So I really like that one. If I had to choose one, I'd probably choose that one. And then favorite bulk art card. Let me actually go grab it for you right now. So I saw this one at a show. It's the Mount Fuji. You can kind of see here. And I just like this one because it's just really cute. I don't know why I like it. I just saw it. Somebody brought their bulk binder to me at a show, and I just paid him 50 cents for this because that's what it's worth. So if I ever see any really neat cards that I like at shows, I'll just pay you 100%. Honestly, if I want them that bad, I'll just pay you 100%. So probably this one, the Mount Fuji. This is from Fossil. Next question is from my boy Will from Lumos TCG. He's got a few questions. How do I deal with slimy vendors? So this is a really good question, and this is one I get a lot because I'm very forward in the way I interact with people and the way I talk about people, stuff like that. I know that some deals I have done, people may look as slimy. I know the Munch promos, I got some flack, or I know I do these card buyouts and then I post them a month later and they're like, oh, you lowballed them, and it's well, no, that was just the price at the time. But really, to answer your question, Will, I will just not do business with them, and I will just, let people know that they are engaging in slimy behavior. Whether that's from a video or an inside joke or, whatever. I mean, if it's a local vendor, here in the Tampa area, there's a lot of vendors that I don't necessarily think are utilizing the best practices. I think that there's vendors that can be a little bit better. I can be better. There's a lot of ways that I can be better, but I would just say if you know a vendor's slimy, let your people know, probably want to stay away from that person because they screwed me over, and then just don't do business with them again. There's no reason to make a big deal out of it. I don't like posting, I've seen vendors post screenshots of conversations and try and call other local vendors out to their community. And when you start doing that, it's just a bunch of drama that's not needed. It's fun, but it's just not needed. My favorite PC card, that is another good question. Let me go grab that. So I've had people ask me what does my PC look like? And honestly, it's that, well, first off, shout out Rock Sandy Card Prison, super dope. Obviously I like trainers, so I have a bunch of trainers. This is the first page. It's basically that middle cross there is all Twilight Masquerade, and then the four corners are the four trainers from Prismatic there. So yeah, this is just a little peek into my PC, but if I had to choose a favorite card, I'm just trying to look at it all before I say what it is. I'd probably have to say this one. I know if you guys know me, this is gonna be a little bit obvious and a cliche, but it's this Garchomp V signed by Jarchomp. I really like this art, and I had got this card for my PC anyway. And when I first met Jarchomp, I had him sign it, and it's just a good PC piece, and it's something that like you can't buy this card signed by Jarchomp online. You gotta meet him or know him or stuff like that. So yeah, I would probably say this Garchomp signed by Jarchomp. Next question from my good friends Slab Bags. They ask me, what are your long-term goals with Pokemon vending? This is a very, very good question, and this is a question that I have been asking myself a lot recently. Like, what are my goals? Why am I doing this? Is it to grow my inventory and make a certain dollar amount a month? Is it to get to a certain spot with the content where I'm making enough money with the content? And I honestly think that I have a goal of next year being a featured creator at Card Party East. I think that is a extremely attainable goal since I am a creator in the space now. I guess we could say that I'm a small creator in the space. Locally, I'm probably one of the bigger ones, but that's just how it works, me being local to here. I think that it is important to have goals, but to be honest with you guys, I don't really know. It's something that I'm still working through internally. It's just a very interesting thing because I spend a lot of money outside of growing my inventory. So, if I make, for example, Collecticon, I spend a lot of money going to New York, and that's like a personal thing, or going on vacations, or, hanging out with friends. So I spend a lot of money that I make from Pokemon cards elsewhere. And I think that's what it's all about. If I were to reinvest every dollar, but I'm not, living my life and being happy, then what is this all for? You know what I'm saying? So I think that if I had to answer your question, is I care more about the content side than I do the vending side. Obviously, the vending is how I get the content, but if I made no money at a show, but I got a good clip for a reel, or I got a really good video, then I would be happy. I think within the next year, I definitely want to try and be a featured creator at Card Party. That's something that would be really cool and just be a full circle moment for me. But I think other than that, just getting my channel and my content to the point where it is something that I am truly proud of, and something that I can be financially free with. So yeah, I think that is a really good question though, for sure. My boy Chucho_ST asks, best way to start vending? Have my first convention this month. Great question. So with me, I think it's really easy to start vending if you have a personal collection. I started vending, I'll put a picture up here. I use this picture all the time in my videos, and that's just to show you how I started out, where I'm at now, where I've came now. I think that the best way to start vending is by using your personal collection. Although it may hurt, right? Like, I mean, it kind of hurts selling some of my personal cards. But now, I look at my collection now, and I love it way more than I did. I also know that if I were to stop vending right now and use my inventory as my personal collection, I would be happy. So just always keep that in mind, vendors. If you aren't collecting and vending the stuff that you like, if stuff ever hit the fan and you had to stop vending or cash out for whatever reason and only keep a couple cards, I would hope that you have been, collecting either on the side or, just vending the stuff that you like, so that, yeah, if any of that stuff happened, you would be happy and content with your inventory that you'd be keeping for yourself. I think that selling your personal collection is very good, because anything that you sell that first show is pure profit, and you could use that profit to go buy collections or all that sort of stuff. When I first started back earlier this year, I sold like around $500 profit at my first show. Just from a binder, just from the binder and maybe some Funko Pops that I had. And I went on eBay and I bought a bunch of cards. I bought a bunch of illustration rares right before they went up, so I kind of like timed it. So I mean, obviously, if you can get lucky like that, then there you go. It's like super easy. But I just lowballed a bunch of people on eBay, and I timed a bunch of smaller illustration rares, and they shot up like 2-3 times what I bought them for, and then there you go. And then as you grow your collection and and do more shows. People get to know you more, they come back, they want to do more deals. So yeah, there's plenty of ways. Normally I would say like Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that, but honestly around me and up where I was in Tallahassee, a lot of those avenues and strategies are kind of dried up because everybody just, that's like the low-hanging fruit, so everybody just tries and, you know, goes to just do that. But that may not work for everyone. It might work for you, but it's definitely not going to work for somebody like me. Best way to start vending, I would say fund it using your personal collection or literally anything that you could scrounge to sell, and then all that money is pure profit. Obviously, if you're at a card show, people will come to you asking to buy, sell, trade, and then yeah, that it just kind of all snowballs from there. So I would say that that's the best way, is to use your personal collection, have fun with it, collect and vend what you like, for sure. Next question from Shadow Salazzo. What would I retcon or change in the Pokemon universe? Very, very good question. I'm trying to think back. I'm honestly not really in tune with all the lore. Sorry y'all. But if there's one thing that I could change, I thought about it for a second. What I would change, not necessarily in the Pokemon universe, it's just in like in the games. I never really liked the Gigantamax mechanic. I just thought it was lazy. Like just making Pokemon bigger, not really doing any drastic changes to their design. I just thought that was kind of just lazy. And like when I look back, like the Sword and Shield games, big Pokemon battles, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of silly. So maybe that is the probably best answer I could provide to the question, just because I'm not really in tune with like the Pokemon universe and all that stuff. Next question coming from JLev Glass. How do you make yourself film content when you feel undetermined or nervous? This is a very important question to me, and one that I've been going through recently with a bunch of stuff going on in my personal life. For me, I never feel nervous filming content. It's just not who I am. I think of myself as a social person, so it's not really nerves, but being undetermined or unmotivated is probably another word to use there. That is something that has been hitting close to home recently. So for me, if I'm just having a bad day and I know I'm going to a show, maybe I won't film that day. You know, there are some shows that I don't film, you know, especially like smaller local shows that I'm maybe kind of unsure about. Maybe I just won't film it. So there's that. If I am just not really feeling myself or just having a rough day, then I won't film, just plain and simple. If I am unmotivated or feeling undetermined, as you state in your question, the hardest part is going to a show, right? If I can overcome that, I can film. So like if I'm having a bad day and I already know that I'm going to a show, maybe I won't film. But you know, sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I force myself, and sometimes I, you know, just fake it until I make it. For me, being unmotivated and being undetermined comes in after you film the show or after you film the content, because you know, if I'm at a show for 7 hours, I have to go through that footage and I have to sift through it and I have to make a video, and it is something that takes a long time. You know, even if I don't think my videos are the most groundbreaking thing in the world, you know, just chopping up a video and you know, making it the way that I do takes a long time, and that is the part where I could feel burnout and I can feel unmotivated, you know, and like stuff like that. I also get caught up in the like, if it's not like exactly what I want it to be, don't put it out. No, I think that you should put content out. Like when I started, I look back on my old videos, I think they're cringe. Now I look at my videos and I think that they're pretty good. In 6 months, will I think that my videos now are cringe? Probably, right? But that's how you grow, and that's how you level up as a creator. So I do think it is important to you know, continue to push yourself, you know, when you're at shows, having those positive interactions. But as a vendor, since I'm on camera, I have to be, you know, doing customer service for 8 hours a day on camera, and one bad interaction could, you know, ruin what I'm doing, right? If I have one bad interaction. So I think it's important to just keep going. But you know, to answer your question, I don't really feel unmotivated to film the content. It's editing the content, because that's something I do by myself in my room for hours and hours and hours and hours. Where at a show, filming a show, I'm interacting with people and it's a social thing, and that's something that's super easy for me. So I hope that answered your question for sure. Tag Team Rips asked, when I first started vending, how much was my inventory? To be honest with you, I don't really know. Like I said, I just started with a binder, and it really wasn't that much. It was probably around a couple $1,000, you know, just like worth of various singles, probably go like $2,000-3,000, you know. So I went out there with like $2,000-3,000, but that was my personal collection. No money to buy, guys. I did not have any money to buy. Any money I used to buy was after my first show. I did not buy anything my first show. I just sold. And then I went and like, okay, how am I gonna, you know, make this work? Or like, what am I gonna buy? I didn't know anything about percentages. I didn't know anything about anything. I was just trading. I was doing straight trade my first show and just selling. So yeah, probably around 3,000. I would say maybe like 2.53K. But I honestly don't think that it's something that matters. I don't get caught up on the numbers. I just get caught up on growth. If you're out there, you're growing, you're selling, then that's all that you really ask for as a vendor. So Pokey Dave asks, what are the best and worst parts about vending outside of traveling and lack of sleep? Best and worst parts about vending. Well, for me, if I have a bad show, it is very discouraging, especially if it's like a multiple day show and you know, have traveled, or you know the cost of per table, and it just wasn't what you thought it was going to be. That sucks. I think that event coordinators setting unrealistic expectations is the worst part to me about vending. As a smaller vendor, I have to be very selective of the shows that I do, where you know, maybe a vendor with 100,000 really doesn't matter to them whether it's a bad or good show, because every show is good for them. They have 5 tables, a monstrous sign, and they're going to get sales no matter what. But for me, you know, table placement matters, and you know, foot traffic matters. All these things matter to a small fry like me. I would say the worst part about vending, at least for me, is just staying motivated. It is very hard to stay motivated, because this is what I'm doing full time right now. You know, I'm vending shows, I'm making content, doing all that sort of stuff. So staying motivated is very hard, and also getting into a routine, finding balance. A creator that I look at that I think sets a really good example is Oyama's Trading. He's super transparent with his work-life balance. He has a full-time job. He still does Pokemon on the side. He has a wife, and he lives his life, and he finds balance. So I think the worst part about vending is finding balance for the people around you and for other things in your life. You can very easily let this take over your entire life and ruin your relationships, and you know, ruin your life at home and with your family. So I think that is the worst part, is finding routine and finding balance. However, the best parts about vending, you get to meet a bunch of new people. I've met a bunch of new vendors, a bunch of, you know, of you guys watching this video. It's a very nice meeting new people, and that's something that is very important for me as a social person, is having a social connection with people and stuff like that. So I would say the best parts about vending are meeting new people like you guys, and meeting my peers too, meeting people I look up to, Jarchomp, Bulbasaur, you know, Leonhard, Pokey Chloe, Pokey Dean, you know, etc. Just the people are my favorite part about vending. The worst part, though, is balance, finding a routine, you know, managing relationships, etc. So, all right, Sinin YRS asks, what's my favorite Pokemon character from the franchise? So a lot of people somehow don't know. My favorite Pokemon is actually Snorlax. He's my favorite. He's on my logo. I have a bunch of Snorlax cards in my binder. So yeah, Snorlax is definitely my favorite character from the franchise. I really like Cynthia, and I really like Skyla. And I think Will asked me who's my favorite trainer. I'd probably have to go Cynthia or Skyla. It is a toss-up. I do really like Lily, but I just think Lily versus Cynthia. Cynthia's just better. Like, sorry, Cynthia's just better. I just think Cynthia's a better Lily. I don't know, but yeah. Lily and Skyla for sure, and Snorlax is my favorite Pokemon. Really like Greninja and Jigglypuff as well. My boy Noah DJ Arc asks, what made you want to start vending and doing content? Well, when I first was at school, they had this thing called Market Wednesday, and I would go around, and there was a bunch of like vendors selling clothes, and then I noticed there was like one girl selling Pokemon cards. It was my friend Lucy, Strike, so huge shout out to you, Lucy, and I just saw her do it. I bought a couple cards off her, and I'm like, why can't I do this? Like, why can't I vend with my personal collection? I thought it'd be fun. To you know, meet a bunch of people on campus and you know, do something that I enjoy. So that is what made me want to start vending. Is just I like saw somebody else do it on campus. I'm like, that looks fun. Doing content was something that was a decision very early on. I had only done a couple Market Wednesdays. I hadn't even done a card show yet, and I'm like, I want to film this, and I think I have the personality for this, and I think I mean, I know how to edit the videos, so I think that I could do this. And it was just kind of that. It's just like, I think that I could do this, and I mean, I obviously watch like Jar Chomp and like Bulbasaur. I would watch creators do it, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. But Coop's Collection is somebody that does local shows, and this is what he does as his job. So I'm obviously not trying to be the Coop's Collection, the next Coop's Collection, just because of my content. I don't really, I give a lot of free stuff to kids. It's just not what I put out. That's not what I want to be known for. I'd rather be known for my, you know, jumping in a pool, or, you know, my goofy videos than giving stuff to kids. But I just saw people do it, and I kind of told myself, why not me? Why not me? Why can't I start vending? Why can't I, you know, make money off this? And why can't I start doing content? I know how to edit. I think I have the right personality for it. And guys, those two things, there are vendors that I see that have inventories quadruple the size as mine that can't make content. Either they don't have the personality for it, they're too monotone, too boring, or they just don't know how. Now, it's very easy to learn how, but if you don't have the knack for it, and also you're not a self-motivated person, it is impossible. So now, it is something that I always tell all my other vendor buddies, why not you? Why aren't you making content? It's something that's so easy in my mind to do. You just turn on a camera, and then you go home and you use a free editing software, and you just chop it up. I don't do subtitles. I don't do anything crazy in my long form videos. Literally, yeah. I mean, if you watch my older videos when I was still at FSU, I was just literally just chopping it up. That's it, just cutting it. And then it turns into, you know, an hour-long YouTube video, and then there you go. You build a little community. So, yeah, if you're a vendor, and if you're one of my vendor buddies watching this and you're not doing content, please, 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 it is a no-brainer, and it's something that helps you stand out. But yeah, Noah's my really good buddy. But yeah, Noah, I hope that I answered your question there. It's just kind of like a why not me mentality, and just being motivated, which, as I addressed previously, is something that I'm kind of struggling with right now. But it's important to remember where I came from, and you know, how far I have come, and just, you know, think about the future. Think about what else I have in store for me, just to keep myself going. So, well, yeah, guys, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys have any other questions for me, definitely leave them down below in the comments. Maybe I'll do another one of these. I don't know if you guys like enjoying listening to me talk. I don't really show a lot of my life outside of vending, and like actually what it takes, and that is something that I'm going to do soon. Later this week, I'm going to be traveling to Atlanta Collecticon, and I'm going with a buddy of mine, and I'm planning on doing like a vlog video. So you'll have your day one, you'll have your day two, and then I want to do like a little vlog of like a, you know, kind of like behind the scenes, and give you guys a little peek behind the curtain, showing you guys what it's like, you know, to film content and to go to a show like a Collecticon, and, you know, stuff like that. If you guys have any other questions for me that I didn't answer, let me know down in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch me just talk and me rant. ramble and me answer your guys' questions. I really, really do appreciate you guys. You guys are the ones that keep me going. You guys are the ones that I do this for. So thank you so, so much. Thank you guys so much for watching and for your constant support. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys very soon for Atlanta Collecticon Day 1, Day 2, and a little vlog ski. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.